What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from Brooklyn, New York. This is Joshua's Proximity. We are officially entering into Week 10 of the NFL regular season. If your fantasy football team is doing bad, if you're 4-5 or under 500, you should have listened. You should have been listening to the details and obviously my takes on fantasy football. But you still got some ways before we enter into the fantasy football playoffs. But here we are once again, Josh's Proximity. Let's get right to it. So, the hottest team right now in the National Football League is the Carolina Panthers. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan, but there was only 3 teams in the month of October that was undefeated. And it is the Carolina Panthers and a couple of other teams. Bryce Young has led this team tremendously. And I want to get this out the way because there was a lot of people, my homeboys included, that were telling me, Josh, you and the organization made a terrible and the wrong decision in drafting Bryce Young. C.J. Stroud was the guy. Now C.J. Stroud is out with a concussion. And if you compare just if we go from the last 8 weeks of the last season up until now, it's no comparison. Bryce Young has been better than C.J. Stroud. And I know this year, C.J. Stroud numbers are better. But who's impacting the team more? Now, when I told you guys, if we literally reverse roles, if C.J. Stroud was with the Panthers organization, if Bryce Young was with the Texans organization, both the Texans are still a playoff team. C.J. Stroud, yes, he elevated those guys around him, but he had a far better team than Bryce Young did his rookie season. And now you're starting to read the tea leaves. You're starting to see the entire transformation of the Panthers organization. One, because we stuck with it. A lot of guys wouldn't have stuck with it. A lot of people wouldn't have stuck with the organization. And we're running the ball effectively. This guy right here that you're seeing on the screen, Rico Dowdle, is the fantasy waiver edition of the NFL regular season. Anytime he gets over 20 carries, he's averaging over 20.5 PPR points in fantasy football. He knows what to do with the football. Well over 135 rushing yards a game when he touches the ball 20 times, multiple touchdown games, and he did it against some great competition this past week. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say, the Packers had an off game, Josh, but anytime you go into a team that last week, I had the Packers at top 3. We go into a top 3 NFL team on the road in bad, windy conditions, 14-point underdog, and we go up there and upset them. The Carolina Panthers are for real, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, now you know. Fitzpatrick, he's been kicking his ass off literally this entire season, and it's starting to show. And this guy that's at the helm is Bryce Young. Yes, the numbers are not gaudy, but he's doing everything that we're asking him to. He's managing the game at an elite level. There's nothing wrong with the game manager. Tom Brady was an elite game manager. He was an elite game manager. There have been multiple guys that have managed the game and won Super Bowls. Joe Flacco, Jalen Hurts, Trent Dilford. He is a prime example of a guy just being a game manager, letting his defense do what it does, relying on the run game, not putting the ball in danger, and getting wins. And you're seeing it with us, just the entire transformation that we've done. Establishing the run. We are a run-heavy team. It takes me back to the old days when we had Steven Davis and Deshaun Foster and Nick Goins and Brad Hoover as our fullback. Hiding behind the running game is okay. It's obviously a recipe for winning. We play the Saints this week, and I'm going to talk about them. The New Orleans Saints. We play these bums right here. They played the Rams last week, got whooped 35-10. Now, the game was close early on, but they're coming into the Bank of America Stadium. I don't know what the spread is. I can check that right now while I'm on it. But this is a team that is completely trash. The Saints, the Titans, they are the bottom of the barrel. When you look at the Saints right now, we open up as a 5.5 point favorite. I would take that. 6 points. I know it's a divisional game, but they got Tyler So starting. Who is that? He's not a guy. We got Bryce Young. We got the better team. They traded away some pieces. We lock up Chris Olave. They just got rid of Shaheed, so it's even going to be less on the offensive side. You stop Alvin Kamara. There's not a reason why we don't win by double digits this weekend and improve to 6-4. So, guys, the Panthers are a legit NFL team. We are a dangerous team. I see a situation where we can overtake the South, especially just from how hot we've been these past couple weeks. But that's just where we're at currently speaking. And now, let's go ahead and jump right into Joshua's Proximity NFL hierarchy. Okay, at number 10, a team that was on a bye last week. Now, this team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have lost a lot of pieces. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, is he going to come back? They said that Bucky Irvin is able to run, but he doesn't know how his shoulder's going to manage. At number 10, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, at number 9, this is a team that's still an elite team. The Green Bay Packers. Yes, a lot of y'all might say that they had a bad outing against us, but they can still run the football. They can still play great defense. Jordan Love, when he's on, he's on. Number 9, Green Bay Packers. Number 8, the Detroit Lions. Now, the Detroit Lions, they should have mopped the floor with the Minnesota Vikings. I think that they were also a 14-point dog or a 14-point favorite in that game. They got to get Jahmyr Gibbs going. They got to get Jameson Williams going. A lot of people wasted their fantasy draft picks drafting him. At number 8, Detroit Lions. At number 7 is the Denver Broncos. Now, the only reason why I don't have them higher is because they struggle against the Houston Texans. Now, the Texans' defense is stout. But if they actually found a way to put the ball in the end zone, the game wouldn't have been close. They were kicking, I think they kicked, 5 field goals during that entire game. The Denver Broncos have got to find a way to be a little more efficient offensively. At number 7, the Denver Broncos. Number 6, a team that I had ranked number 1 last week, the Indianapolis Colts. Now, me, my homeboys, we all, and everybody that was wondering, we've had this glaring issue. Are the Colts legit? They've been beating bums. They haven't really played anybody. They go against the Steelers on the road. Daniel Jones reverted back to himself. They shut down Jonathan Taylor, and he was a shell of himself. So at number 6, the Indianapolis Colts. Number 5, the Buffalo Bills. Now, they did beat the Kansas City Chiefs pretty handedly. But it's not connecting. I would have liked for them to make a trade at the receiver position. They need to upgrade desperately. I would have loved to go see them get Jacoby Myers. That's how bad they are on the outsides, on the perimeters. Having just a solid tight end is not doing it anymore, especially in the AFC. Number 5, the Buffalo Bills. At number 4, the New England Patriots, a complete football team. Mike Vrabel, arguably coach of the year with Shane Steichen. He has these guys playing well. Drake May is one of the candidates for MVPs, currently speaking. At number 4, the Indianapolis Colts. Coming in at number 3 is the LA Rams. Yes, they beat up on the Saints. But like I said earlier, once Matthew Stafford is on, he's on. Puka Nacua, we know what he presents. Devontae Adams, we know he's a future Hall of Famer. And then they're just dialing it up, obviously, offensively. Their defense can be better. I would have liked to see them make a move as well defensively. But they're still a highly potent offense. Look forward to the game plan they're going to have against the 49ers. Number 3, LA Rams. Number 2, a team that can arguably be number 1 in the NFL, the Seattle Seahawks. By far the best defense in the NFL. When you got Sam Darnold playing like the way he's playing, Jackson Smith and Jigba playing the way he's playing, they're able to run the ball. Sam Darnold is still having, a little bonehead plays here and there, but they're able to masquerade with great defensive play, great offensive weapons on the outsides. And I think they just traded for Shaheed from the Saints. So another weapon added into the fold. Cooper Kupp is going to be looking to get a little more healthy here in the future. Number 2, the Seattle Seahawks. And at number 1, the reigning defending Super Bowl champions. They were on a bye week this past week. They play the Packers upcoming. I couldn't have them dropping down. I mean, they're 6-2. They have the best record or a tie for the best record in the National Football League. There are a plethora of teams that have a 6-2 record or 7-2 record, and the Philadelphia Eagles are up there with the best of them. At number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Now, let's go ahead and get to the game selection. So, Thursday Night Football on upcoming. Raiders versus Broncos. Give me the Broncos. Falcons versus Colts in Germany, I believe. 9 a.m. game. Whoo! I don't know, bro. I'm leaning towards the Falcons. I'm going to do the Falcons in this matchup. That's I'm sorry, I'm going Colts. I'm not going to be a hater. I'm going Colts. Browns versus Jets. I'm going Jets. I'm not going to lie. I'm going Jets. Saints versus Panthers. Give me the Panthers. Patriots versus Bucks in Tampa Bay. I think the Bucks are coming off the bye. They should be well rested. I like Tampa Bay, man. I think that Heat's going to get to the Patriots. Ravens versus Vikings. This is the game that I'm looking forward to the most. Give me the 1 o'clock game. Give me the Minnesota Vikings, man. Give me the Minnesota Vikings. Bills versus Dolphins. Give me the Bills. Giants versus Bears. Give me the Bears. Jags versus Texans. I'm going Jags. C.J. Stroud is hurt. Cardinals versus Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks. Lions versus Commanders. The Lions should win by double digit. Rams versus 49ers. Give me the... I'm going to stick with the 49ers. Steelers versus Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. Eagles versus Packers. Monday Night Football. Bounce back for Jordan Love. Eagles are coming off a bye. Should be hot. Give me the Eagles in this matchup. And once again, Josh's Proximity, baby. We are out.